So welcome to the EAP presentation for statistics majors. The focus of this meeting is going to provide specific advice for studying abroad as a statistics major. So some of the topics that we plan to cover are why you should study abroad as a stats major, where you might consider going given your major, what courses, internships, possibly research experiences you might want to think about when you're abroad, and how you can figure this all out, where to find the useful resources that you may need. I also want to talk about the pandemic and COVID before we delve into major details. A lot of students are a bit concerned about COVID and its impact on study abroad, but we do kind of want to assure you that with restrictions lifting, like students are finally beginning to study abroad again. We have about 200 students abroad right now, and we're feeling really optimistic about our 2022-23 programs proceeding as normal, but please note that we can never guarantee anything. So, if a program is ever considered not safe, we will pull it from our list. But one thing that we can guarantee is if you don't apply, that you won't have this opportunity. So applying is free, and we encourage you just to do it. So yeah, come talk to us if you have questions. So now let's talk about why I think you should study abroad in statistics. So by taking major classes when you're abroad, you can really help ensure that you'll graduate on time, possibly even early. We assume that you chose your major because it's something that interests you. So why not pursue that interest, in a whole new setting with a new perspective? You may even find courses in our programs that aren't offered at UCSB. So in addition to your coursework, you could also do an internship related to your major abroad. This is a great opportunity to, boost your resume, make you stand out if you're applying to grad school and so forth. And then lastly, you'll make yourself more marketable essentially by studying abroad. Not only are you going to graduate from a degree from UCSB, but you'll really be able to distinguish yourself from your peers when you're, looking for that first job or applying to graduate school. Okay. So now let's talk about where you should go. We have a lot of options. We have programs in over 40 countries and 160 different programs. So to search for your program possibilities in statistics, you should go to the UC Education Abroad program website. This is the website where you'll find all of the University California Study Abroad programs and the details for this program. So to sort through your options, I recommend that you use this Find a Program button, and this will give you the options to filter your search. So by searching a program, as you can see here, you can then narrow down your search by discipline and subject area. So you can select the biology, math, and physical sciences, and then subject area statistics. And that will give us about 30 UCA programs offering coursework in stats. If you know a little bit more about, what term you might want to study abroad in, or what language you would like to take your courses in, then you can narrow down your search even further and get programs more tailored to what you want. So that's kind of how you use the search option on the UCEAP website. So now I like to highlight, a few different program options. These are just examples. There's many other options like we just mentioned, about 30. So first, we recommend checking out our UCEAP programs in the UK and Australia. They have a lot of programs offering statistic courses. So that could be a first stop for you guys to kind of see what kind of courses they offer. I'm highlighting here the University of Manchester in UK, England. and then also University of Melbourne in Australia. So these are both immersion programs, which means you'll be taking classes with local and international students. These programs offer coursework in statistics, and then more specifically in actuarial science and financial mathematics. Another one that I wanted to highlight is our National University of Singapore program. This is also an immersion program, and they offer specific coursework in statistical methods for finance and computer-aided data analysts. Another thing that I'd like to note too is that UK and Australia, they're not the only countries offering courses in English. You can also take statistic courses in English in a number of UCEAP countries, such as like the Netherlands, Singapore, Sweden, countries that the main language is in English, they still may offer courses in English. Okay. So in addition to taking courses in your major, you might consider doing an internship abroad. So this is a great way to get professional experience and kind of offers a unique way to immerse yourself in the community and like really get to know your host community. We have study abroad programs that integrate internships into them for academic credit, or most of our immersion programs allow you to organize them on your own with the assistance from your study center. So if you are interested in an internship, we do recommend contacting your, ooh, I think we got someone on the mic, contacting your UCSB EAP regional advisor if you have questions. We can always help you find a program that does offer internships. Okay. All right, now I want to show you a few additional resources that we have available to you. I am now taking you to the UCSB EAP website. This is different from the UCEAP website, which has all of the program information. This specific website is for campus-specific info, such as like program deadlines and upcoming events. So by going to the academics tab here, you'll find a drop-down menu, which will take you to the advising pages by major. So you want to select these. And then this is the website where you'll find, when you select by major, you'll find specific information and advice from your major department. So by selecting statistics and applied probability, that's where you will be able to access if there's any pre-approved courses and whatnot for your major. And then you can also find videos like of UCSB stats majors talking about their study abroad experiences. They link videos to like our YouTube channel and our student stories. Okay. Another excellent source of information about courses that have been taken for major credit by UCSB students is our Gaucho Credit Abroad database. So this is found on the UCSB EAP website under academics, Gaucho Credit Abroad. And then this database, it shows the type of credit UCSB students have received for courses on programs they've done with UCEAP. So this is a historical database that gives you insights into what courses students have taken for major credit. So by searching by your major and the university or program that you are choosing, you can get info here. As you can see, the type of credit that they received, the university, the type of, sorry, I'm on the wrong screen. The type of credit that they received, the university, and then the country and location. So Gaucho Credit Abroad tells you what UCSB students have taken and what type of credit they've received at UCSB. But we also have an even broader resource, which is the UCEAP course catalog. So this one contains courses taken by all UC students on UCEAP, not just UCSB students. It provides a little bit more in-depth information such as like course descriptions, language the course was taught in, whether students took it for upper division, lower division, and so forth. So I do encourage you to check out the UCEAP course catalog. These hyperlinks here are what will show you the course descriptions, which can be helpful when you're filling out your academic planning form for your program. Okay. I also want to preface again and just really stress this, that just like the Gaucho credit abroad, that this database what is there a way I can like mute everyone?
You want to give one of us the power to like be a co-host, we can mute them while you're speaking, so they come in, we can just mute them and you don't have to stop the presentation.
Okay. See, Jennifer, I can make you a co-host. I'm not sure if I know how to do that in this screen, in this full screen. Do you know if I can do it in the full screen?
I think if you go to the participants list at the bottom, if you click on it, it should show everybody.
Yeah, I think since I'm in like the share a screen, it won't let me. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going, I'm sorry. All right, so yeah, I just wanted to say that, you know, this database, the UCEAP course catalog and the Gaucho credit abroad, these are historical databases. They only reflect what has been done by previous students, not necessarily what you can do. So yeah, you might be wondering like, where do I access the actual courses for the university? So that's going to be on the UCEAP website. You want to go to the program page for the program that interests you. And then on the academics tab, you'll find the most accurate course information. So including the number of courses and credits you'll be expected to take. So for example, if it's a host university like Lund University in Sweden, there will be links to the host university course catalog where you can search for current courses, okay? All right, now that we've discussed the resources available to you, which can help you search for UCEAP programs and courses in statistics, now let's talk briefly about how you can get major credit for your UCEAP courses. So first and foremost, we want you to know that all of the courses you take on UCEAP, they'll automatically come back on your transcript and count towards your graduation requirements. But getting credit towards your major or minor requirements for a course you take abroad, it's not automatic. So first you need to take the appropriate courses, and then you have to get approval from your major department. Also, typically, like your major coursework, it must be upper division and taken for a letter grade. So we really encourage you to communicate with your major advisor before you go, and keep that open communication once you're there. Kind of like perhaps what you plan to take, what you put on your academic planning form, you know, it might not be what you actually enroll in. So, you know, it might not be offered, or maybe you changed your mind, or could be a scheduling conflict of some sort. So that's why it's just really important to, you know, do your planning, pick a program that will work for you, and just be sure to be adaptable with the courses. Okay.
Do you mind if I jump in?
Oh yeah, for sure, Miranda. Did you want to say something?
Great. Yeah, just kind of going off of all this. So first, I just wanted to introduce myself really quick. My name is Miranda. I'm your Student Affairs Manager for the Department of Statistics. And we also have Jenny and Ellery, who are brand new undergraduate program advisors. So they will be the advisors you will mostly be communicating with when you're planning your study abroad plans and getting your courses pre-approved and such. But is it okay if I just go over like the general process of what they can, of what the students can do if they're interested, or should I wait until until later.
Yeah, that's fine. I had 2 more points on my slide here, and then I was just going to cover about petitioning and so forth. I don't know if you were going to discuss that.
Oh yeah, just the general, like, oh, send us your course description, and once it comes back, we'll send that petition. And yeah, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, so we just want everyone to know that, the courses count specifically for elective units. So if you want them to count for major, minor, or GE units, you will have to petition once you return back to UCSB. And this will be done with your major advisor. I think Miranda was probably going to mention that. But we also want to remind you too that if you really have your heart set on a program and it's not necessarily geared at your major, that you're not required to take major coursework while you're abroad, as long as you'll still graduate on time. So you may very well fulfill all of your major requirements at UCSB. Perhaps you even want to go for a summer abroad, and it doesn't really matter in that case. You can take whatever classes you want. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that really quick. And then Miranda, is there anything that you want to add to that in terms of the petitioning?
Yeah, so if you're planning on studying abroad, we definitely highly encourage you to get your classes pre-approved before signing up and going abroad. As Janine mentioned, sometimes classes aren't offered like you hope, or something changes, something else piques your interest. It's just really helpful to have a record, like via email, that you're sending us a course description, and because all of our classes that you take abroad, we have a spreadsheet as well. So if you want to ask us what we have, we can share that with you. But any classes that pique your interest, we do have them reviewed by our faculty advisors. And then let's say, like, yes, this will count as PSTAT 122, or this will count as an elective. We will forward you that email of approval. And then when you come back and your classes are on your UCSB transcript and you need them to be petitioned for your major, as long as you have that email proof documentation that you've gotten this approved to be a major elective or substitution, then that's all we pretty much need on top of the credit enrollment clarification petition. But it's always good to just keep us in the loop of what's going on with your study abroad plans. Feel free to come in and meet us. I mean, right now we're doing everything via Zoom, but when things are more normal and having in-person advising. But yeah, that is pretty much all I wanted to mention was, yeah, keep us in the loop, send us any course descriptions that pique your interest, and we'll keep a record of it for us as well.
I know some major advisors recommend that students hold on to their syllabi and perhaps even coursework. Would you also recommend that?
Yes, definitely a syllabus, maybe the list of the textbook that you're using. I think that helps the faculty review classes for electives or specific major class substitutions, because sometimes students are able to register for PSTAT 160A or 122, but then they find it abroad, and that sounds like a good time. We just go complete a major class while exploring a new country. And so yeah, definitely keeping a record of the syllabus and the textbook would be super helpful.
Okay, great, thank you. Jennifer and Allery, did you want to say anything or introduce yourselves as advisors?
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Ellery, and like Miranda said, I'm one of the new departmental advisors. I just wanted to add, I threw our email in the chat that has for pretty much any undergrad advising questions. You can just email us there, and that's also where you can send all of the syllabus. If you have any questions about how equivalencies come out, you can send them there, or if you have any general questions about scheduling for studying abroad, you can send those there as well.
Great, thank you.
But yeah, hi, I'm Jenny. I'm one of the other advisors. Just like Ellery said, feel free to email us all of that. We do have, if you do want to meet us in person and go over requirements and stuff like that, you can always sign up for our drop-in hour, sign up for our meetings, or go to our drop-in hours, and we'll be happy to help.
Wonderful, thank you so much. All right. You may be feeling a little overwhelmed at this point. I know that we've presented a lot of information. We went over quite a few websites, databases, and so forth. So it might seem a little bit confusing at this point, but the reality of the situation is UCEAP, we offer a very wide range of programs, different types, terms, countries, languages, systems. So these programs are for all UC students for all 9 campuses, and new ones are being added every year. So you do have a lot of choices. We can't simply say, oh, you're a stats major, go to Copenhagen University, take these classes. This will all count towards your major. So doing your research and, meeting with your advisors, I think is really important in terms of picking the program that best suits your educational goals. Okay. Good news is, our team is available and here to help. The UCEAP office is open for business, both virtually and in person. If you would like to book an appointment with any one of us, you can head to our Contact Us page and sign up for an appointment via our QList system, or feel free to drop by the office during our open general advising hours. Okay. And then just a final few words of wisdom for you. We do encourage you to start planning now. Take time to do the research. That way you'll have the most options open to you and you'll be able to pick the program that best meets your needs. Also, attend more meetings. We have info meetings running all quarter. They're posted on our website under the events tab, and you can sign up for them there. And also consult with your advisors, at your academic department, at your college, at the EAP office. We really don't want you to miss out. If you don't apply, you won't go. So just be sure to talk to us if you have questions. If you're definitely considering studying abroad in summer 22, fall 22, getting a passport is probably the first thing you want to do if you don't have one. They're super backed up right now, taking up to 16 weeks to get a new one and 12 to renew. So something to think about if you're wanting to travel abroad next year, you might need a passport as early as January or February, okay? We are offering appointments just for EAP students at the Rec Center. So that's kind of a convenient way to get your passport as well if you would like to schedule an appointment with them. And this could be your classroom. I'm gonna stop the recording right now because that ends our presentation, and then I will check the chat for questions, or feel free to unmute yourselves if you would like to ask a question.